Hopefully, no. Okay, that's better. All right, hopefully the sound's better now. How are we doing? Let me just get the chat up. Okay, so first off, it is pretty much an informal type stream today. No gaming, so to speak. Matt, good to see you. Let me check the sound. Testing 1, 2, 3. Gaming, so to speak. Matt, good to see you. Let me check the sound. That sounds pretty good. Talaha. Mark. I did try and send you out an email. I'm going to do that form where people can get an email reminder. Because that actually seemed quite popular. Can you see what's happened to my hat here? Look at this. Apparently our last cat ate that. Adrian, Alan, Starglider, how are we doing, folks? Good to see you. Good to see you. Right, I'm going to do a bit of a giveaway today. James, Merry Christmas. I don't even want to say seasonal holidays or whatever it is. The last cat ate that apparently. McDaddio, good to see you. Yeah, it is. Let me just put some text on here. Let me just put Christmas giveaway. I thought it might be quite nice to do a Christmas giveaway. It just sort of popped into my head. I thought, why not? Let's do it. I'm going to have to reduce this down here. And I kind of decided the last minute, so I put a few things together. Is giveaway... No. Giveaway one word? I don't know. Talar, yes. Graham, good to see you. Dragon Shadow. Bah humbug. Santa's let himself go. Yeah. Everything else going on. You know, sometimes the stream doesn't get as much time as it deserves. Brian, good to see you. How you doing, David? Can I have your car? Well, it's called DR Games Christmas Giveaway. The clue's in the name. We're going to give out a few games today that we have some stock of. And Lord of Fate, good to see you. And yeah, so we're going to do some games. And because I thought at the last minute, I haven't decided on what the questions are yet for the giveaway. So we have a little bit of a brainstorm. Been bringing a lot of 8 out of 10 cats does countdown, so I'm ready for whatever you throw us. Good. Right. Well, that's good. I thought we'd just have a little chat to begin with, and then so I've got 5 games here to give away, which we'll have a look at. You've got a little camera in the middle here, little camera there, demoing the object I'm giving away, the game I'm giving away. Sam, good to see you. Paul, how are you doing, my friend? Merry Christmas from the Shetland Isles. Good to see you, Paul. Love me some 8 out of 10 cats. Wish we had TV like that in the US. Well, the joy of the internet is you can watch it all on YouTube now. So let's do it. Well, I've probably come across as woefully underprepared, but at the moment I don't quite know how I'm going to do the giveaway. I think it's going to be a question. Maybe we might have a creative question, but it's got to be a question that, yes, we can answer live, but also the people watching the video back get a chance to win some of the games. So, James, will you be making omnibus editions of legendary dungeon sets, like all-in-ones. James, what do you... I'm not quite sure what you mean there. In the omnibus was the layers, and there's no new layers with the new legendary dungeon, because it is an expansion of 2d6 dungeon. My tipple for today is, and that looks bigger than it really is in reality. Okay, just believe it. That's some Baileys. Never heard of it. Yeah, it's like a quiz show, and it's kind of like, I mean, I don't really watch it that much, to be honest. It's an odds game. Like, you ask, I think I've watched like 2 episodes, and a long time ago, and you have to guess or work out whether something's more likely or not, or less likely. I think that was what it was. I can't quite remember. Someone else probably do a better description. Quiz show with comedians, yeah. I mean, that pretty much sums up 30% of British TV. It's best parody of quiz show, yeah. Your books are not too big to combine. Oh, you mean... Well, James, I guess... Oh, Dungeon plus Realm plus Legend. Compile all the tables easy and... Oh, I see what you mean. Ooh. That might come further down the line. I mean, I'm not saying no to that, but it might be a little bit confusing because some of the rules don't necessarily... But it is nice. Absolutely. It is so good. My preferred tipple during the colder seasons. It would be a lot of pages. I mean, they are big. I mean, so if you just had a... oh God, I haven't got a... Just these two. I mean, that's just the Realm Spiral and the Dungeon Spiral. And that is pretty big. I mean, that's big, isn't it? And then you throw the Legendary Dungeon, which is going to be another 200 pages. I mean, that's pretty big. I mean, unless you just want the tables without the rules. But the rules only take up like 50 pages. So, yeah, it may be an impossibility. I just don't think they do it. And people would want it in ring bind. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we do. It would be like you do a single rule set for 2d6 Dungeon game in total. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, the rule set is definitely, when you say it like that, that is a much more kind of interesting type premise. Like a complete rule set. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something to think about. My faves is Bailey's in white chocolate cheesecake. That sounds delicious. As long as they do it gluten-free, I'm happy. Also, Dragon Shadow says, or Jeff says, that'd be a lot of... Oh, yes. Dragon Shadow says, also enjoy Wilty and Connect. I probably enjoy more UK TV than US. Now, increasingly, I'm hearing that from Americans. For example, the Anglophile, Matthew Colville, always going on about British TV, which is absolutely fine. He loves Taskmaster. So, maybe we should come up with a Taskmaster question for the game. Maybe we should. This is what I wanted. This is discussion about quizzes. Taskmaster a Taskmaster question, which is a bit of a mouthful. I'm going to write this down here. So a task. Baileys and coffee is very common here. Baileys in anything is pretty common. The thing about Baileys, right, in the UK, if you go into a supermarket, you will see big racks of it. It's reduced to £13 for a massive bottle of Baileys. For some reason, they seem to be able to almost give it away for free in this country. What's Taskmaster? Adrian. It's basically where you've got the two quizmasters who have 5 or 6 celebrities, and they set them tasks, and they're ridiculous tasks, and they're meant to be funny, and you follow them, and it's over a period of time, and then the person they have like it's like 10 episodes, and they get points each week, and then the final one it adds up, and they basically are doing these silly. It's Greg Davis. Greg Davis is the taskmaster. The tall 6'8" comedian with the big barrel chest. IT Crowd is great choice. Got a deal on BritBox for a couple of months. Started watching the IT Crowd. Yeah. Don't they do an American version, or is it the English version is the American version? Is there two? I don't know. Baileys' coffee. Baileys and coffee is basically everywhere in the US during Christmas. Yes. Yeah. It's quite seasonal, but I will drink it all year round because it is gorgeous. £8 at Co-op at the moment. David, I love the fact that you know the price. You've obviously got a bottle in your house. I love it. Tesco do a dairy-free version of Baileys. Paul! I've sacrificed. This is the only dairy that I ever have is Baileys. I think the whiskey offsets it. I don't know. But that's interesting. I'll have to check that out, Paul. That is fascinating. I'll have to look that up. Best episode, them giving Jen the internet from Big Ben. American version was horrible. Ah, right. So there was an American version. US version IT Crowd failed so hard. Ah. I like Cointreau in my coffee. That sounds like nice, Mark. I bought it about an hour ago. It's already open. Nice one, David. Baileys is a fuel my wife runs, I guess. Okay, yeah. People do look at it as a woman's drink, but that is totally wrong. It is not. It is. Men should not be afraid to drink Baileys. It is a gorgeous. It's whiskey. Cheers. Okay, so we're going to think of a question. So, all right. So we'll do the Taskmaster. Taskmaster question. It's got to be something. We'll tie in. Okay. So this is going to be something that you have to do. The prize for this one. Okay, we'll start off with this first. We've got some Trade Nation to give away, which is my card game. But for this one, what we'll do is we'll give away a hard copy of Radzone. Okay, this is it's a thick, hard, I'm not showing it off very well. I need a glamorous assistant. Scott, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Pa, we've done the gender norms. Drink what you enjoy. Fuck's sake, exactly. Yes. Who cares? Just drink it. We love Baileys. I enjoy it together with her from time to time. Good. Fantastic. Don't let her have it all, Lord Flake. Lord Fake. Okay. So, in Taskmaster, they'll set them like goals. So you have to. We'll do each question based upon a quiz show. Should we do that? Why not? We'll do this first one on Taskmaster, and there's a hard copy of Radzone Totality to win. So Radzone, this is it's a nice hard, high quality book here. In here, if you haven't played Radzone, now's your chance to get hold of a copy. And yeah, I'm giving one of these away. I can sign it as well if you want. No problem. I'll sign it anyway. There we go. Do. Was never a fan of eggnog. Personally, I always did Bailey's over eggnog. Every bloody day, Brian, you're right. Bailey's and milk for me, please. Right. Well, I don't drink milk, even though this has got milk in it. Or cream. One of those. For some reason, this doesn't upset my tummy like any other time. Liquor 43 horchata is dairy-free one. Kaluma is milk. In milk is nice. Like full milk. Ooh. No, if I drink milk, then it completely screws me over for like 2 days. Right, so, Radzone. So, all right. Let's have a... Okay. All right. Here's the challenge, okay? This is the challenge. So, and some of these are going to be not necessarily related to the game themselves. So the question is, produce an object that represents or is similar to one of the creatures from 2D6 Dungeon. Okay, so it's open to interpretation. What I need to see is a picture of something that could be a creature in 2D6 Dungeon. So you need to put a picture of it on Facebook or Board Game Geek. You can open up a separate forum and take an object. If it's a cup, you could put a cup there and put the name of the creature underneath it. And then I will judge them blind, if possible. And I will, or just the one I like the most, and I will pick, and it will be something that looks like it's related to one of the creatures. It could be play on words. It could be, and you get the winner will get a hardback copy of Radzone. So there's flexibility with this. So you can have a look through the creatures. You can have a look at the objects in your house. It could be, you know, you could draw something. You could make something. Good question. Dragon Chan. If judged and blind, how will you see them? Now I'm trying to understand whether you're being serious or whether that's a joke. I assume you're being. Yeah. So there's some time. So we'll announce the winners in the new year, I think, on the New Year's stream. So that's the first question. So if you're watching the vlog back, you've still got time. It's not like an immediate thing. This is going to take a little bit of thought. An object, like for example, if this was based in D&D, for example, I might put that down as a gelatinous cube, a transparent box. Now they can be crazy. They can be made of plasticine. They can be. You can do anything. Jokingly, yeah. Good. It's got to be. It's David. Right, this is got to go. You can go in the Facebook, okay? Go in the Facebook group, and you've got to put down question 1. So question 1. Question 1. Creature. I'm going to call it creature object. Okay. White Russian. 2 handfuls. Oh, you're giving it. Wow. Oh, Mark. Right. Damn. Coffee liqueur. Double cream. I can't drink caffeine, unfortunately, which is a pain. All right. So, creature object. This is called. That's creature object. The dude abides. Was there a question about White Russians? Oh, well, Bailey's is nice to replace milk in the White Russian. Right. Oh, I see. And double cream at the bottom there, which you could use the Bailey's for. That would make perfect sense. Okay. So, that's from the Big Lebowski. Ah, okay. Nice. I don't think I've seen that film. Is that the bowling film? No. Is that the bowling? Right, so that's going to be fun. So you can put it on Board Game Geek. You can put it on Facebook. Facebook would probably be the best medium. You can send it directly to me if you want to. And these creatures ideally are from 2D6 Dungeon, but we can allow that expanded out. Bowling is heavily featured. Okay, well there you go. There is bowling, but it's not about bowling. Okay. Isn't it about some dude that gets drunk a lot? Is that what it's about? Okay, so that is the question for that one. I'd be interested to see whether we get any takers. I think we will. If you're watching a video back, yeah, take some time. It could be a work of art. If you want to do some fan art of one of the creatures. Oh no! Don't actually. Don't do. Well, you can. Maybe I should do a fan art question. That's another thing that's featured. Yes, a guy that gets drunk a lot. Okay, so that's fantastic. Right, creature object. Okay, so we then we've got I've got 3 packs of Trade Nation to give away. Not AI art, no. Not AI art for sure. That's a good point. Thank you, David. Unigrams, how you doing? It's kind of a noir film, yes. The main character drinks and smokes the devil's lettuce a lot. Oh, okay. I like that. That's good. Right, so this is Trade Nation. I should do a demo of this at some point. So this is a game where you trade and sell. You have a market in the middle, and you trade the price. The price goes up and down. You sell and buy things and do stuff like that. It's a family game. It can be played with a lot of players. You can do it. If you get another deck, you can just keep playing it. There's kind of no limit to the amount of players you can have. David, good to see you. Yeah. So Trade Nation, 3 packs of Trade Nation to give away. But what is the question going to be? Incidentally, all these I post to you for free. There's no hidden expense. JR, no, you didn't miss the party, my friend. Welcome in. We're on to the second question. The first question was creature object question. If you can find an object, create an object. It's better if it's a 3D object rather than a drawing, I feel. And Yes, definitely. And we will, moving on to the second question, we're going to win a pack. So there's going to be 3 winners for this one, I think. So we'll do it that way. And this one, we need to think of a question for this one. So let's have some brainstorming here. We want a quiz. Let's have a quiz. Think of a quiz. Hello everybody. Perkins, good to see you. Got a classroom full of kiddos, so got to practice my lip reading. So hang on, Perkins, are you teaching with me streaming on your phone or something like that? What's going on there? That's freaky. My brain has seized up. Okay, that's not much help, but you know, we've got other people here. They can come. Merry Christmas, Mike. Good to see you. So we can do some giveaways here today, and as usual, when it comes to the streams, I'm ultra prepared. Not. If you're wondering, the cat ate the bobble off my hat. Yeah. And I'm drinking. I've got port. I've got Baileys. All right. Oh, and poor Jo is very sick. My wife. She's not well. She's got the flu. She's in bed. So yeah, Robert, good to see you. So we need a second. We need another question. I've got the third question in my mind. That is in there. So we'll come to that. Yeah. No, she's not well, unfortunately, which is annoying because we're going out the weekend. We might not be able to go now. I'm not worried about her. No, I am. Seriously, I'm worried. Yeah. Thanks, Alan. We don't usually get much sickness in our house. She does work at a school though. Thanks, Scott. Yeah. We just hope that we're trying to stay away from her, quarantine her a little bit so none of us get it. Yes, I think I will be. Understood, David. Yes, they will be posted. David, oh man. Let's hope they get over it before Christmas. Thanks, guys. I'll let her know you've all said get well. Thanks, McDaddo. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to keep them 2d6 dungeon questions here, and we're gonna maybe we'll just stick with the creatures. It's going to be creature focused, about 2d6 dungeon, because then it will go really well on the Facebook page. And looking at a creature card. Thanks, Lord Fake. If we had Father Christmas, Saint Nicholas, or whatever his name is, as a creature card, what would be his maneuver? Okay, what would be his maneuver and his damage? Okay, that's question 2. Now, because A Santa creature card, yeah. So, because there's three packs of cards, we can say that Father Christmas or Santa Claus has has three maneuvers, and Krampus card. Yes, Krampus, Santa, Saint Nicholas, Lord Nicholas, all the terms. What would Santa's maneuvers be? And it's not just the name. I want the name and then the damage that it would cause, so we can put it in context here. So you can have a look at some of the cards and think, who would potentially be what damage? I mean, it's going to be hardcore. I mean, this probably comes from. I watched Violent Night, the film, where Father Christmas has to defeat a group of assassins or whatever they are. Well, I'm telling you now. Listen. Put it on the Facebook group, or open if someone fancies opening a forum or a chat or whatever on Board Game Geek discussion, so you can have a discussion thread and put it in there. Violent Night. It is a great Christmas movie, Alan. We were really surprised actually that we quite enjoyed it. The girl in it is so cute, and what's his name playing Father Santa Claus is awesome. I liked Fat Man. Okay. So that's question 2. And hopefully we'll have a whole selection and put them on Facebook. Question 2, I'm answering question 2. Just put it on there. Maybe we'll open a thread. Maybe see how that works. Mel Gibson. Don't know that one. Fat Man. Is that a new one? Is that an older one? Mark, I don't know it. Talar says, a new lair. Santa Claus has stolen all the presents. Go in there and get them back from the big bad evil guy. We just go. We don't need to do a whole. You don't feel like it. You can if you want to. Go creative with this if you want. But I would like to be able to select 3 maneuvers. And then the winners get a pack of cards. And I will contact you. You can send me your address, and I've probably got your address. Elf darts 2d6 plus 3. See, this is my thinking. I can't take this isn't an entry here in the chat. You're probably giving clues away to people. So keep your ideas there, and then if you write it in Facebook and put it there, I will then pick one out and we'll have some winners. I think it's 2020. I'll have a look for that, Mark. I like it, Robert. It doesn't have to be powerful. It could be something really weak, like candy cane jab, d6 minus 4. So it could be something funny. It could be weak. It could be mix. Yeah. So put it on Facebook. Put question 2 for the Christmas giveaway. So just type the Christmas. My answer for the question 2 of the Christmas giveaway is this, and then I'll put them all down. We'll have a look at the whole list in the new year, and then we'll decide. The first question. JR. Well, you'll have to. I mean, the long description's already passed, but basically you've got to find an object in your house that represents or connects to or links in some way to a creature in the 2d6 dungeon creatures. It can expand out into the realm creatures if you want to, but really let's try and keep it to 2d6 dungeon, that first initial set. And you've got to take a picture of that and then put that on Facebook and put the name of the creature underneath it that relates it to you in your mind. So you could have a look around, it could be anything. And with that one, you win a hardback copy of Radzone Totality. Nice. So that's good. Now you can answer all of the questions you like. You can answer all three. Of course, that's less likely that you'll win all three. You probably just win one. Usually. I'm probably going to spread it out a little bit. I'm not going to give all the presents to one person. Okay. Question 3. Okay, so that's the Trade Nation. So just to show you briefly the cards in Trade Nation. So here's some of the cards. Oh. So there you trade. There are different types of trade, and then there are event cards and stuff like that. It's one of my games. And it's a sort of like a family game. 2 to 6 players on there, but you can play it with more. And that is there. And then the final game I'm going to give away today is a limited edition copy of War Within. Now, I don't think many of you are going to know much about this game. It's actually an RPG that I wrote. There's lots of reflection going on there. This is the limited edition cover. And basically, this is... You basically play a leader, and you are a leader of a country in a fictitious country, fictitious world, and you control it and make any decision you like. There's a DM. No, Trade Nation, it isn't solo. No, it is it's a family game, if you like. So you play a leader. And you have a sheet, and you play on a world, a map. This is an example map, and some more example maps there. And there are incidents that happen and you have to deal with. Not related to the Warframe quest of the same name, then? No. I think the War Within name is a kind of... It's a saying almost, isn't it? It's a kind of like there's a war within, you know, it's a kind of like it's almost kind of fits into modern parlance, isn't it? It's a kind of... So... Yeah, there's rules and everything. This game comes from when I was a teacher, and I worked with special needs children, and I needed to be able to teach them a bit about politics and the world, just because it was sort of general studies type stuff. And so what I'd do is I'd run this as a campaign for like 10 kids, and we'd have it. I'd draw the map on the whiteboard, and they'd like, I want to attack them, and I'd say, well, if you do that, then this happens, and there'd be consequences. And I was teaching them through gaming, if you like, teaching them about, you can't just all out attack somebody because this neutral country here is going to defend them, stuff like that. There's all sorts of things that's kind of related to it. So it's a you need like a board or a large space you can draw a map on, but otherwise it's kind of free flowing type game. So that is there. War Within. Matthew, Merry Christmas. Games work wonders in the classroom. Scott, they really do. They really do. My word. Oh, I took good advantage of that. But I tested that. That game comes out of that. And although, I haven't written a big RPG. I would like to do Radzone RPG, but I just don't know whether there'd be the interest. This is the nearest thing to it. And it is an A5 book. It's smaller. It's not like a big thing. It has not a big tome of rules. But that is there. I mean, you can pick up the digital copy on the website as well if you're interested in having a look at it. It's around. I've got special needs. I've not got enough booze for Christmas. Well, you need to get down to Tesco's and get that £8 Baileys, Mark. So, I think the what's the third question going to be? I think Taskmaster has definitely influenced this. There are some great post-apocalyptic RPGs out there. Doing one on the channel right now. Problem is how to make it unique and not to be the same as the rest. Yeah, that is a good point, Scott. Yeah, it's the whole genre defining thing is an issue, isn't it? Fantasy, sci-fi, post-apocalyptic. Where do you take it? I think post-apocalyptic, there's a lot less stuff out there than there is, say, fantasy. I think that's because maybe that genre hasn't been explored as much as it could have been, or we tend to resort to stuff like Walking Dead, Mad Max, Dark Future, and it's a fairly narrow scope. I don't know. It's definitely I do love post-apocalyptic environments. Watching the news today, I wish we were in a post-apocalyptic environment. So, the third question. Brian says most apocalyptic is very narrow zombie and such gets old. Yeah, there is that kind of sense to it. There was a little phase where there's a few shows on TV like The 100 and is it Blind where they were all blind and then a couple weren't blind. I thought that had a lot of prospects. Jason Momoa was in that one, I think, and it just was a little bit extreme, a little bit unbelievable in how they dealt with it. Fallout, yeah, Fallout RP looks interesting, but I've not played it yet. There's a bit of a wave for Fallout at the moment, isn't there? I'm not hugely a Fallout fan. I never played Fallout. I was slightly too old for it, and the show was named C. Thank you, Talaha. David says, picture of the best Christmas themed map or 2d6 dungeon setup. That's quite a lot of work. I guess most people forget the biggest threat post-apocalyptic situation is other humans, like murderers and such. Yeah, Last of Us was quite a good one. Never played the game. I liked the TV show, but I really got disappointed when there was too many humans involved. I wanted to see, all the creatures, what do they call them, the rattlers or whatever, the screechers with all the fungus, and that was what I was interested in when that showed up. But all the others with the girl all the time and the same old survival problems stories kind of just churned over and over and over. Jeff says he loves the Fallout video games. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish that I had played them, but I didn't. Fallout is good. Gamma World is a big one. Yes, Gamma World. Oh, yeah. Deadlands. Hell on Earth is a fun one. Yeah. Have you seen the new game coming for TG called Trench Crusader, Brian? Yes. I mean, it's, what is it, 3.3 million on the Kickstarter? That's grimdark. I mean, that's grimdark fantasy. It's grim, it is, but it's like, is it post First World War or something like that? First World War. But it's very grimdark, isn't it? I mean, you can, the First World War stuff within it is by the by, really. I think it's about this grim dark world. You're still not too old for them. You're right, Jeff. I was at the time, but I'm not now, that's for sure. Gamma World. Yeah, it was never one that came to hand. I mean, it's such a traditional sort of old school game, isn't it? I wish that I had, but we never did play it. I played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Mutants role play, which kind of was inspired by Gamma, which was inspired by Gamma World, I think. But I didn't ever play Gamma World. Okay, so, all right. So, I think for the third question, we are going to have to go with, I don't know what people, let me throw this one out at you and let's see what you think, okay? I have George Bush as a mutant plant. That's a bit left field. One of the first RPGs I played years ago was amazing, if a little heavy, Aftermath by FGU. Yeah, I loved Marvel superheroes when I was younger. I'd play that again, actually. I was setting it up for my kids to play, and I think we did one session before some stuff got in the way. But only edition of Gamma World lying around where wizards ran it into the ground and left it to die. Yes, Twilight 2000. Mark says, interesting. So I think for this third question, what we'll do is I think we'll go with the creatures still. Seeing this seems to be the theme. Okay. So, your artist's impression of a creature. So that's not an impersonation. That's a drawing of one of the creatures. It doesn't have to look like the little thumbnail that you've got with the creature. It can be anything you like or any way you like. But when you draw it, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be like professional. It can be really just simple. And if you just draw a stick man, then you're not going to win. But I need some kind of feel. I need some kind of, I mean, you could get your kids to draw it if they're in that phase of their life where they draw stuff like this. So it can be just a little picture. You can go detailed. You can add features included in this. I think we can have a drawing of your own character. No AI art. Okay. Well, you say that, but Mark, if you sat down and tried to copy one of those little thumbnails and do a drawing, you could produce something, and it doesn't matter what it is. If it looks it's got to have some character. Character's important, so it could be completely random. So I'm going to put this one down here. Drawing of a creature. That's the third question in the Christmas giveaway. And whoever I pick out of that will get a copy, get that limited edition War Within RPG. There's only a few of those left in the world, and there's never going to be any more of that edition printed. So that is there. So I've seen already, we've had a few really nice sketches appear, but we have the maps, which are beautiful. Sometimes people do little images of the creatures in the rooms. Just blowing those up and just accentuating those, or just outlining them, would be fantastic. So anything like that, and then I'll pick one, and I will send you a copy of that one there, and we'll look at them for the New Year stream. So we've got a week or two before we do it, and I'll put a post on Facebook tomorrow that does it. But listen, if you do something to enter these, it's pretty loose. This is pretty loose. We're going with we want some humour, we want some creativity, and some inspiration from the monsters that you fight in the dungeon. So it might be more based upon your experiences of the monsters that you've had. So it could be anything like that. Talahar, I'm looking forward to it. You've seen my realm map on Facebook. I cannot guarantee that your eyes will remain undamaged. Well, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these drawings. It should be a lot of fun. Doodles. You can just enter doodles. Be nice to share, and everybody to have a little bit of a laugh, maybe, or kind of like a gasp of excitement, maybe, as they see this amazing image. So yeah, this is kind of like drawing / fan art. That's what we're talking about here for question 3 for a copy of The War Within. Right, so just to recap, the first one, creature object, has to be a 3D object from in your house that most makes you think of one of the creatures you've encountered in the dungeon. Preferably creatures you've encountered. Yes, I'll come back to that. Lord of Fake, I will cover it again. Question 2, what would Santa's maneuvers be? We're going to pick 3 so we can make a Santa maneuver card on there. And then question 3, drawing of a creature / fan art of a creature. Okay, so you've got basically pick a creature you've fought, look at the card, you can do a drawing. Do you know the way that's on the map? Some people draw little creatures in on the maps. Those would be fine, just a bit bigger so we can see them. You know, stuff like that. That would be awesome. So there are a number of ways you can enter. You can someone can open a discussion on Board Game Geek. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe someone else will beat me to it. This will be tomorrow. And you can post it on Facebook. When you do post it on Facebook, put, this is my answer for question 3, my entry. Here it is. Bang. Picture. And they can be funny. They can be serious. I'll judge them all within that capacity, you know, of character and what I feel it kind of represents. So we've got those. So that's the 3 questions there, and we can have a look at them in not next week but the week after. because I probably won't be streaming next week. It'll probably be the week after, because it'll be right in the middle of Christmas, won't it? Next week, it'll be. I think Christmas is Wednesday, is it? Wednesday, Thursday, one of those days. I've tried to avoid looking at the calendar, and so it'll be the week after, and then we'll know the winners, and I will give away Wednesday's Christmas. Yes, it's a simulation, man. There are twice as many viewers as there are likes. Hit the button, people. Thank you. Yeah, it's something I forget to say. That's a really good point. It's all a simulation. If you don't mind clicking that like button, that would be awesome. Thank you, guys. It all helps with the algorithm, apparently. So, Wednesday, busiest 24 hours of my year. Yes. Oh, man. I know. Well, hoping Joe is feeling better. She's rough as. Tell ya, oh my God, I haven't seen that ill for ages. It's the end of the school term, obviously, and so usually she's had a cold by now. Oh dear. Can't afford to give my mum the flu. She won't deal with it, right? She's got bronchial problems, and my nephew has type 1 diabetes, so he's a bit susceptible to these things. No, I don't. We don't. Nobody else can catch it, because if someone else catches him, we'd threaten Christmas. Christmas, the busiest and most sleepless day for me this year. Yeah. Fingers crossed. You know, we do 2 days at my sister's, and then a day or two with my in-laws, and then we're doing a Christmas party at ours, New Year's party here at our house. So, you know, make sure you get it. I'm really kidding. Usually it's the time when you sit down for a bit when the flu hits. Yeah, we don't want to miss the Christmas party, really. Be nice, you know. Fantastic. So, are there any other questions about the Christmas giveaway quiz? Anything else anyone needs to know for that? While you're thinking about that, I will say that I've been working on the rules for 2D6 Legendary Dungeon this week a little bit. I've been putting together some other bits and pieces for a different project. And yeah, it's moving along. Obviously, we're entering that period of relative inactivity. During those periods, I obviously won't be doing as much social media. I will try and do some. Jamie, Merry Christmas. I'll be back on it the day we get back, and we'll see. There's not a day when I don't work, really. I just get compulsion to check emails, do a bit of design, unless I'm distracted, unless there's like maybe board games all day might do it. My sister quite likes playing board games, so we probably will play some board games. But I'm up first, so I usually get my laptop and do some work. We'll see. Gonna try and give myself a bit of a break. I'm feeling a little bit of the burn, I'll be honest with you. It feels like a bigger break with Christmas and New Year both at midweek. Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. It doesn't affect me so much because I just live in this room most of the time. But I can see what you're saying. When weekends are actually weekends, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a good point. Nothing as well. All the Alien Sanctuary pledges have been sent out now. If you're still waiting on that, there were some sent a few days back, but they should be with you like within a week or two. Postage allowing, of course. Are we looking forward to how the stretch goal bits are going to work in the Legendary Dungeon? Yes. Yeah, me too. I'm excited about that. Enjoy some time with the family. Board games is a great way to distract from the email, lol. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm definitely we're going to take some games. I was going to take Dead of Winter, but I was just refreshing myself on the rules, and I just wonder whether my extended family would enjoy that as much. So mine came. My son loves the creature cards, and we're particularly pleased with how the creature cards turned out. So yeah, we're very pleased about that. That was a good thing. We had to get it took long because they printed the wrong size boxes for those originally, so that was a pain in the arse. Yeah, had a few issues with stuff being slightly misprinted in another product, and we had to get that reprinted. You know, but in any case, we got it in hand. Yes, watch The Big Lebowski. Yeah, I definitely saw it a while back, but I'm going to watch it again. It's not a holiday. It's not, but since you haven't seen it yet, I think I saw it, but I think it's I'm gonna watch it again. Is it? Would you say it's a fairly iconic American style film? Do you think it represents the American people? Is that right? The rug really pulled the room together. It's a cult classic. Got you. How about the Bills? Hey, Jeff, what a win! I'd love to come over to America and go to see the Bills play. That's kind of that would be great. Raymond, you bet. Yeah, that would be fantastic. That was a big one, especially after losing the previous. Yeah, I know. Despite scoring, was it 40 points? Oh man. Okay, we won't deviate onto sport, guys. Going to call it there. So the quiz is out there. I will. Thanks, Mark. Yeah. Good night, everybody. I will be sending out some wall stuff soon to you guys. So I will. We did. Bills got 90 points in 2 weeks. Yeah, we did. Watford won 2-0, 2-1. Which was fantastic. Second half they did really well. Yeah, have a great Christmas, everybody. Hope Santa brings you what you wanted, and that you have some wonderful times with your families. And if you're not with family, then I'm sure there's some great TV. Wallace and Gromit on the TV, which is going to be great. Merry Christmas, Scott. Hope Joe's better soon, and you have a great time. Thank you, Matt. Yes, listen. Eat good food. Get yourself merry, and Die Hard. Yeah, I usually watch Die Hard at Christmas, and Gremlins. Haven't watched Gremlins yet. I'm going to be watching that in the next couple of days, and. Yeah, just enjoy yourself. Have a break. I'm going to try and take a break from the intense intense brain and get a quick recovery. Yes. So thank you, Talha. And yeah, it's just try and have it, because once we get into January, bloody hell, is it miserable. From now until January 1st, all overeating will just be termed celebrating and holidays, and the consequences will be dealt with in 2025. Wow. Just to say, 2025 does sound like a very science fiction date, doesn't it? Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, people. Merry Christmas, Toby and family. Blaine, I disagree, I'm afraid. There's definitely a Christmas theme. Definitely a Christmas theme in there. You just got to feel it, man. Feel it. Feel it in your heart. It's there, Blaine. It's not a bad thing. There's a ho ho ho, now I have a machine gun quote, isn't there, or something like that? Yes, Lord Fake, thank you. Them's fighting words. Yeah. Guys, just honestly, you never know, I might pop up for a surprise stream, we'll see, but it might be 2 weeks before I come on for that New Year's stream, when we look at these 3 questions for the Christmas giveaway, and we will be dishing out some prizes. David says Die Hard is the only Christmas movie played in this house. Good stuff. Okay, guys. Look, I'll see you soon, and have a wonderful holiday, and yeah, great stuff. See ya.